この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here to witness the end of an era. I don't know if 12 weeks actually is long enough to count as an era, but it sure feels like an era for me. It's the end of Eizouken, and I'm kind of sad about this. This show has been a shoe-in for my favorite show of the season since it began, and will remain in the back of my head as a contender for Anime of the Year for certain. It's been a really wonderful ride so far, getting to know these weird, goofy anime goblin characters and the strange world that they inhabit, both in their reality and in their conscious minds and their imaginations, has been wonderful. And watching them produce great pieces of little animation that we get to see because it's part of the same medium and we get to see the whole thing of it. It works on so many levels and it's so good. Okay, it's really good. So we're on the last episode. We've got our actual animation for our anime to bring to Comet A essentially complete. We have just one flaw left, which is that the music for the final dance sequence doesn't quite line up. The tone is off. It's not the right thing. We need new music. Where are we gonna get it on short notice? I don't fucking know, but hey, we'll find out. In the previous episode, the Transcription Research Club, I assume their distribution method for DVDs or whatever, was completely taken down by the student council. It was bad. And Asakusa saw the vice principal gardening, which led her to the important question, what even is an enemy anyway? And then we kind of flash back to show how Kanamori and Asakusa actually met each other. We see some very cute Kanamori moments. We're getting tons of press promotions. The school can't really prevent us from continuing on with our mission to create this anime. And finally, we came up with the big idea for the actual story of our little animation here, about kind of a really wonderful, wholesome thing about connections across differences and not judging people just because they seem to be your enemy, but actually finding a way to reach out and maintain contact with them. And that's pretty cool. And then we led into everything's great. We sort of montaged through the creation of the actual anime itself, and finally, in our last reviewing session, we discovered that the final dance music is not quite what we want. So, we got a mission, we got an anime to make. I hope that we get to see it. I hope that we get to see Comet A as well, and I hope that we get the right music, and I have a feeling that they're probably going to bring it full circle and make that right music a super impactful moment, but we'll see. So, with trepidation in my heart and a bit of preemptive mourning for this wonderful show, let's watch episode 12 of Eizouken ni wa Te o Dasuna. I've got the episode up and ready to go. I'm looking at the recording room or music room or sound club room. It's still their room, but they've moved all her shit into it where they're doing the editing thing, so we're picking up right where we left off. And yeah, we're ready to go. Video's up, it's 0 seconds. There will be 2 versions of this reaction as usual. You can find a picture-in-picture version with the video up there, linked in the description, and a timer-based version up on YouTube. If you'd like to do a syncy thing and sync up your own copy of this episode with the timer-based version, you are more than welcome to do so. Just get your copy ready because the beep beep timer to count you down will be coming at you now. What if we make it work? Thinking it could fit all of the... So their music guy was just like, oh, I wrote a thing. It's cool, here. Whoops. It just doesn't fit. Yeah. It wouldn't be. What are you gonna do? Only sample shit. Yeah, no. Okay, so the demo was just him, like, with a mic, just going like, this is the tune I thought of. This'll work. Oof. You're pretty cute. What are we gonna do? We got deadlines. Yeah, we're definitely going. We gotta present something. Me? Oh my god. Yeah, it's a long shot. That was a cool cut. Is she calling somebody else? Somebody different? Oh, wow. And not pushing on it at all. Okay. Hey, that's... Okay, yeah. That's still a lot of leeway. Compared to a fucking hour and a half. Everything ripples, yeah. They. Business is business. Mm. Yeah. Okay, I believe in you, Kanamori. Yeah, rack yo brains. You got until midnight. On the list of ideas that seem really bad, that's way up there. Shimahama UFO Wars. Alright, we're gonna get it made. We're gonna rewrite the whole script because of a song? It's a victory, but there's tragedy involved. So it's not a celebration, it's a remembrance for those who have fallen. Could that fit the sad theme of the music? I don't know what the hell they're gonna do. Fuck it. I'm just gonna enjoy the OP. Wow. I never really noticed the optical illusion of that. It looks like the text is spinning clockwise while all the objects behind it are spinning counterclockwise. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Kanamori. You want to redo everything? Are you fucking serious? Oh? Two cuts. But we only have until midnight. Alright. I'm nervous. Right? Right? Fighting stops and coexist. But sure. Whoa. That's a lot. That's a lot. So, that was very cool. Self-sacrifice? We'll see. Smile? Nope. Just hard cutaway. Okay. All right. Mission start. Oh boy. Timing it out. Jesus. Talk about crunch. Moving faster and faster. And she's working on distribution, right? Ha. That was. Oh my god, they're dead. Oh my god. Stress, 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 stress. Yeah, it's Kamike. Hmm. Ohio gozaimasu. All right, and we're at the pavilion. It's just slightly different. Hello, purple hair person. Hmm. Nice. Oh, they're using the dance sequence as promotion. That's smart. Because they've got all this fluid animation, just like, hey, look at this. Crowded. The scene that she poured her heart into. Yes. People promoting Eizouken. Yeah. The Robot Club. Is that the vice principal? Large scale farming machinery anime? Yeah, beat. But you're here with your comrades. Because you made something cool. Hey. So they can take pictures. The subs are cut off at the top. That was rough. All right. Oh ho ho ho. Oh Jesus, this is a lot. Hey, we're selling like hotcakes. Is that sweat or nose drippings or from breathing? Oh, we sold out. On day 1? I thought it was a full weekend thing. Maybe I'm an idiot. I know that I'm an idiot. Hey, we sold out. We don't get to show it or... Okay. And that moment of doubt about intentions that she had where she was like, why are we doing this? Long term. Oh, she looks so cozy. Oh. It is the vice principal. All these people all over the place watching it. Whoa. All right, we're in it. The Film Study Association. The title. The water. Whoa, they're using the same CG stuff. Oh, it's so good. The Kappa Underground. Ah, how could we dump all this waste into their world? That bridge looks really cool with the reflection there. Oh, fuck. Those explosions. And it's all to this track. Whoa. Like jellyfish, yeah. Ripples resounding in the water. And the location. That feels referential. Wow, the tone created by this music is really strange. It's tragic and filmic. This is not fun bombast. This is a sad situation. Making it work without any visual for the beams. And it does. Ah, and the two of them crash. One into our world, one into theirs. A kappa revealed. And on the other side? Whoa. So we're telling that whole portion of the story. And how we used to communicate. And they're building underneath. Wow. The moment of comprehension. Alright, the attempt to fix the thing, but it won't work. Wow. The pendulum swings. But the fighting continues. Stopping his own. Using wind to demonstrate motion. Everything that we've addressed in every episode is coming into play. Running on empty. Both of them. So, what's the decision? Wow. To flee into freedom? To the other side. to try to communicate. If you want fighting to stop, you have to be the first. The perfect world emerges. I've got chills all up my back. Did she fall asleep? She did. Hey, welcome to the world that you've shaped. Right. Just focused on the next project. Again with the insane CG. The first thing they made. Hey, robot bud. This is the world that we've shaped. That's great. Well, I loved this. The manga goes on from here, right? I'm trying to think of have I seen a show that only partially adapts a manga that's ongoing that has an ending as solid as this one? Can't think of any. Can't think of any at all. I feel like nothing has been left hanging, and that has to do with the way we've structured our arcs, if you can call them that, in this show. Which I would associate with the creation of each piece of media that they've made. You know, the Super Robot arc, the First Project arc, and then here the Comet A arc. We follow a pretty similar structure to the very first episodes, where we see their effort at the last minute and their difficult decisions during crunch time. And then eventually we see how they all pay off by seeing the show itself. But this time, we don't cut away from it the way that we did with Machete Girl and the tank, where we were often looking at the audience and then back to the show itself. Instead, we're stuck in it as an observer, as one of them, sitting in the same room or across the city from them, playing it on our own screens, watching, and we get to watch the whole thing unbroken. And it's beautiful. It works. And it's weird, but it works. I think it is a better decision than the happy-go-lucky dance party that they had initially planned. And then to use the animation that they have for that as their promotion, that's so good. The actual anime that they made combines literally everything that we've touched on animation-wise and production-wise. The backgrounds, the use of visualizations of wind to demonstrate direction and motion when the things are flying around. The water effects all over the place. And then the effect of the bubbles when the pod ship goes underneath and there's this big burst of bubbles. Whoa. Whoa. And the vice principal herself watches it, picks up a copy. This is the coolest thing to me. All of these people who are there for this moment. Alone but connected. Separate but together. 2 members of the student council. Plenty of others. And all the discs start going in. Ding, 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 ding. And ours. Wow. Water. The koi remain as a symbol. Is that cucumbers, tomatoes, and a watermelon all in the water for washing? Has something to do with Kappa, but I don't know what. Our city, our society. And we start using that same CG stuff that I noticed on a previous episode. It's so cool. Wow. And then the underside, the other side. The demonized versions of the way that we see each other. The dumping. The history. The conflict. Wow. And it's got a sense of scale to it, with no dialogue, no on-screen text. These things are nutty. They've got to be CG. Yeah. Yeah, to keep consistency with all of those moving physical, like, solid objects. It's gotta be. And then the location. The way that these shoot out of the little ramp thing makes me think of, I don't know, of something specific. I know there are plenty of like Super Robot and other similar types of anime that have their pods or their fighter craft launch in this sort of way. Whatever. Little tanky things. Oh yeah. How well that works? Yeah, you know exactly what happened there. No confusion at all. You just have to convey it, right? Man, they go all out on these debris-laden explosions. It's crazy. Whooshing through the area. Now, the one thing is that there are There are cuts here that this team would not be capable of creating, and that's okay. Just because of the CG stuff. The CG stuff is ridiculous, and they don't have the talent on staff for it. But damn. Damn, does it work. So the water starts draining from his tank, and he starts seeing the same demonized visuals of the Kappa. Or is this on the other side? No, those are the humans. Okay. Oh, wait, no, that is a Kappa. Okay. Oh! Those are the demonized visuals of humans. This is, I didn't notice the tape on the corners. This is all the stuff that he's got pasted inside his spaceship, like a fighter pilot putting up his family. So the family that I want to protect and the enemy that I'm protecting them from. Oh. Do we see something similar on the other side? Not really. And then we get told all of the backstory about the communication method, how the Kappas fell, how we dumped our waste upon them, and how they built their own society up out of it, eventually treading on our ground and resulting in this conflict. And then we switch to the other side. And as water fills, no, he doesn't. Oh, yes, he does. Ah, it's all reversed. It's just flipped. It's the same, almost the same picture of the child and mother, and almost the same demonization on both sides, leading to this conflict, misunderstanding, and refusal to communicate, turning into this horror of war. And they try, and they try. This cut is so cool. Look at that. Look at the reflected light off of the wall bouncing back onto the thing and lighting it from the side in the windows and the like edge of the big tank on the left side of it. Fuck, that's so cool. And the ripples resound, but it doesn't work. Hectic and explosive and crazy. And both of them are almost killed by their own, right? No, not quite. But it might as well be. We're all the same, really. Fighting to protect what we care about against the enemies that we don't understand. We go empty. We go empty. And wordlessly, we both make the same choice at the same time without knowing it. To flee into the territory of the other. To surrender. To let the air flow over us or the water. And to communicate. And the world they've constructed bursts forth from every DVD player and laptop and tablet, becoming real in the eyes of its viewers, having an impact. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. And she's still the same child that she was before, and she's still the same person focused on the next project. No time for celebration, and she's still the same goober goblin. This whole sequence of just pulling out from the world is amazing. We finally see the world as it exists. And Japan is pockmarked and underwater, most of the mainland and the continent is too. It's pretty fucking relevant. Wow. Well, they stuck the landing as far as I'm concerned. I think this was an excellent ending to this show. And an excellent final project by the characters that we've been following. Just wonderful. Some crazy ideas. I didn't know how they were going to work, but man, they kind of worked. Once their interests don't align with yours, that opinion changes. Student council, nukes, all of the things that... all of the stereotypes and buzzwords and all kinds of things. Wow. All the things that we could have conflict over. And we surf along the sea of them. There's no such thing as a perfect 50-50 split, and our anime needs to embody that. Because people sometimes find fairy tale endings a little bit disappointing when everything goes perfectly. They like struggle. We need it. Crazy. Oh, and we get that shot of all the signs for Comet A. Yeah. And then we use the same kinds of signs for the shopping district in the anime itself. That's great. There's one other moment that I want to talk about. And I'm not sure where it is. I think... there, yeah. This moment from Asakusa, I don't know why, but it resonated with me. I think that most people go through something like this at least once at some point. But I think especially in a creative field, or when you're doing something that's maybe off the beaten path and not quite mainstream with your life, you come to this moment where you just lose it. I don't mean like lose your mind, but we've seen Asakusa's spark and her love for anime and her reasons for doing this introduced and then compounded and compounded and compounded over the course of the show. So it would be easy to just dismiss this and be like, well, you're at Comet A, you're selling an anime because you love making anime. You love doing this. It's awesome. But she still has that moment of doubt. Why am I doing this? What's the purpose of all of it? And sometimes you need a reminder. Sometimes you need to actually address and try to answer that question. Why are these people coming and paying me money for this disc that I poured all this time into, and why did I pour all this time into it? Then the answer presents itself by the end, because it has an impact, because it changes the way that people think, because it's of value, because it's interesting, because it can say something. So, as much as I love the ending of this episode anyway, I think this moment here of a little bit of doubt from our least doubtful character, our most gung-ho, most off the beaten path, most involved and invested character, this little moment of, why am I doing this? Is wonderful because we get to answer it. I really like that. I really like this episode. I really like this show. Start to finish, man. It has made me laugh. It has legitimately made me cry, mostly of joy and just admiration and excitement and amazement at the awesome thing that I'm seeing. Really took me on a ride with these characters. And I know, just given the amount of discussion and Twitter posts and memes about this show that I've been seeing, that a lot of people feel the same way, and I think that's awesome, because that's the reason, right? Who would know it better than Yuasa and his crew, who continue making brain-changing anime? Fuck. It has an impact. It's worth it. Fuck yeah. Alright. Well, that's the end, I guess. Okay. Sad that it's over, but glad to have been able to watch it at all. This was wonderful. I strongly doubt that we will ever get a second season of Eizouken, but apparently one of the major publishers, I don't remember which one it was it Seven Seas or the other one? Dark Horse. I think it was Dark Horse. No, I don't know. Has licensed the manga, so they're going to be distributing it in the US, probably with an English translation, so that'll be cool. We'll see how that plays out and whether it ever gets more. I doubt it. But hey, we can dream. Alright, let's wrap up. I've been Teeaboo. This has been Eizouken ni wa Te o Dasuna. I hope you've enjoyed this little seasonal gem as much as I have. I think it's pretty solidly my favorite of the season, and again, as I said at the very beginning of this video, going to remain in the back of my head as a contender for Anime of the Year, but we shall see. Got a year ahead of us. I hope you've enjoyed it as well. I hope you've enjoyed coming on this ride with me, and I thank you for joining me for my ignorant thoughts on this wonderful piece of art. I'll see you next time for something different. Peace.